14 months ago when I challenged each of us to engage the people of the state in a conversation about the future in order to fill the blank pages of a book with 100 innovative ideas. I didn't know how it was going to turn out. Our travels in search of 100 ideas took us throughout the state, all over Florida, and allowed us to interact with people and places that we would normally never see or learn about. This interaction confirmed for us the power of government to impact lives. We saw firsthand how our actions and our failure to act can have real consequences. But the most important lesson we learned was not about our government. It was about our people. Those of us in politics have a tendency to believe that government is the center of the universe. But our journey confirmed that it is people, not government or political leaders, who truly shape the world. Beyond this place, beyond this process, beyond these 100 ideas, are the faces of thousands of everyday Floridians whose stories of service may never be told and will never be honored. Men, women, and even children who, lacking the titles and trappings of public office, still manage to impact the world more than any law we pass ever could. They show us the extraordinary power of simple people to change the world, one person at a time. People like Melissa Page Bailey. In her early 20s, she agreed to become a foster parent. Today, more than 150 foster children later, she is called mom by 9 children, 8 of whom she adopted from our foster care system. Like an incredible group of women who all lost a child either through stillbirth or miscarriage. 3 years ago, they learned that some families were actually abandoning their babies in the hospital because they couldn't afford to bury them. So now every October they get together for what they call the Forget-Me-Not event. And they use the money raised through that event to provide financial assistance for these families. Since they started this fund 3 years ago, the Forget-Me-Not program has helped nearly 150 families lay their children to rest. Unsung heroes come in all ages, like Paxton Terrace. Most kids, like mine, can't wait to tear open their birthday presents and start playing with their new toys. But on his 7th birthday, Paxton had a different idea that surprised his parents. Having been a patient himself several times, Paxton told his parents he wanted to give away all his birthday gifts to kids recovering at local South Florida hospitals. So Paxton and his parents have started the What's Mine is Yours Foundation so other kids could donate their own birthday presents. And women like Suk Hee. Suk Hee is the owner of a small gift shop, but her real passion is a project called Angel Hats. She uses her talents to crochet colorful caps for cancer patients at 27 different children's hospitals all across America. Suki has made more than 1,900 hats this year alone. She has never met the children whose lives she touched. She does it all on faith, believing without seeing that she is making a difference. These unsung heroes remind us that the purpose of our service is not to be somebody, but to do something. For every great leader in human history that we know about, there are scores of leaders who changed the course of history, but whose names we will never know. At a time when politics seems incapable of solving the most basic of problems, all across Florida, men and women of simple means and little formal influence are changing the world. They do not sit and wait for government to act. With or without us, they see pain and move to heal it. They see sorrow and seek to soothe it. They see need and strive to meet it. Sometimes those of us in politics behave as if our people should hope to be worthy of their leaders. But our journey for 100 ideas reminded us that it is we who should hope to be worthy of our people. Thank you. A people who deserve more than what they now receive from our governing institutions. They deserve leaders who will speak for those who cannot speak for themselves, who will use their influence on behalf of those who have none of their own. Leaders that will unite us through our common hopes, not divide us through our darkest fears. The great voices of this era calling us to the great causes of our time. So make it your deepest aspiration to provide that type of leadership. Reject the political culture that we have inherited, and in its place create one worthy of the great people that we serve and the great causes that await. And if you do, if we succeed, nothing we will ever do in public service will be more meaningful. I thank you very much for your support. May God bless all of you.